Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are a little bit early, as I want to try to catch up on a little bit of comments here. And also, we're expecting some scammers to call us in tandem, about 6:05, 6:10, and 6:15. So we shall see if they do that. We're also watching the internet connection here, because it's still having some issues. We stand ready to convert over if we need be. But nonetheless, here we are. Very good. Let's now get into the process of seeing who is here. Comments here. We have got JM Unleashed is here. And so what you guys can do, if you don't mind, let me know how the connection is, and hopefully it will stay strong. I have an application here that I can watch this thing to see what it's doing. But it helps if you guys kind of help me as well, too. But I've got a lot of windows open here to check this out. But good to see you guys. Welcome. Stefan is here. We've got good folks here. Kevin Fallon is here. Rocky Superstar. High Plains Drifter. Cole March. Jay Wells says, good to see you. And JM Unleashed is here. Thank you, Gas Grill. So everything is fine. Very good. Thank you. Strong and long. All right. Thank you. Good to see you. Connection is good to go. Very good. Hopefully it'll stay this way. It's been intermittent. I've been watching it. All right, Urbash is here. Very good to see her. Let's get into the comments. All right, we've got Paul from 2 days ago. Says here, I started stacking this year, made first purchase in September, again in November. I went all in and made a couple large purchases and know what's coming and want to be prepared. I do wish prices would come back down to buy a lot more. I like watching your videos, and you are a valuable asset to all. Thanks. Well, Paul, that is high praise, and I am honored and humbled, and I appreciate you being here. Yes, indeed. Very much. And congratulations on being a new stacker. And way to go. And so hang in there and just to ride the wave, so to speak. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. Silver Honda's here, and he drives a blue Honda. Welcome. Good to see Silver Wolverine is here today, too. Good to see you, Silver Wolverine. Welcome, sir. All right. Let's go up here to Unstoppable Yaris says, with the Brick Alliance looming, good luck with that $1,300 idea. Not going to happen. I kind of doubt it will either. I guess anything's really possible in this day and age. However, I still kind of doubt it's going to occur as well. Very good. Dr. Dynamite. It's an illusion that ETF gold is the same as real gold. Yeah, exactly. In fact, I mentioned that in the video. The paper ETF value will tank, and people will dump it, and they will be dumping it because the illusion has been broken. The real gold exists outside of this illusion. It will not drop. You're right, premiums will shoot up, and only serve to highlight that spot price was never the true price or value of real gold. Yes, indeed. Voodoo Scratch is here, 37. Thank you, Voodoo Scratch. Appreciate that, my friend. And Andrea is here. Stack 'em deep. Yes, good to see all you guys. Appreciate you being here. We got 79 here. It's not Terry. I do miss the name Terry, but anyways, I've lamented about that long enough. But good to see Terry here. Very good. Welcome. And glad you guys are here. Ahoy, Jay. Good to see you. But thank you, Dr. Dynamite. Thomas Charlton, says here, this is indeed a pivot. So he disagrees with me about pivot. We might call it a soft pivot. But it's a pivot nonetheless. It's the Fed admitting that it doesn't have the will to bring inflation down to 2%. If it did have that will, it would keep raising rates until we have real rates. He says the strong dollar was all the Fed had going for it. Now the dollar is faltering and inflation will reemerge in force. Well, Thomas, the actual definition of what a Fed pivot is, we are far from a pivot. It's a change it's a softening of the current position. But look, I liken it to, and other people have used this analogy too, and that is take a look at it this way. If a car is going forward and it's going at 50 miles an hour and you let off the gas, then it's going to slow down by sheer inertia or will or just physics. It's going to slow down. If you were to put on the brakes on the car, it would slow down even faster. But that is not a pivot. It's just a slowdown. And they may be nodding to where they will be pivoting in the future. But if you slow down and come to a stop, that's still not a pivot. The only time it's a pivot is if you go in reverse or you turn around and go the other way. They've not done that yet. That's the difference, Thomas. So I don't even like the term soft pivot. I think that's made up language. I don't think that's appropriate here. But anyways, but I appreciate what you're saying, and I think you're right. But the terminology is different here. Hey, Liquid Electrum is here. Thank you for the first super chat of the day. Good evening, Sal. What's the total 3-day percentage up for silver? Oh yeah, that's a good question. Man, I don't know. 4 plus 2 plus 1.5. So that's 4, 6, let's just say 7% in 3 days. That's pretty good. That's really good. And that's a little more than I thought it would be. Let's see here. Very good. Sterling Cannabis, sell. You are totally incorrect. If you change directions at all, that's a pivot. That's right, but a direction must be changed. Slowing down, going in the same direction is not a pivot. That's my point, Sterling. That it is not, what happened was definitely not a pivot by any definition. You can put the word soft in front of it. You can paint it any way you like. It was not a pivot by any stretch. Jessica EI says, wow, what an amazing collection, and I can't imagine the undertaking to bring all that in and then setting it up. I also was thinking how many capsules and plastic sleeves you've invested in. Thanks so much for sharing. If that's 30 years worth, roughly what age were you when you started, younger or middle age? I was a little younger, Jessica, but yes, good thing. It did take quite a long time to pull all this stuff out for sure. And a lot of it, that's most of my stackable silver. Didn't even bring out. In fact, I found some other silver that would be considered stackable that wasn't in there, but it's a negligible amount, a very negligible amount. Silver Wolverine still thinks that Powell will go 75. Yeah, he should, but I don't think he's going to. I think they're going to keep it to 50. Let's see here. Sterling says when you change the percentage, it changes the direction, the velocity of the movement. It is a pivot. It is not a pivot, Sterling. You can paint it however you want, but slowing the velocity of rate hikes is not a pivot. It's not a pivot in any definition, in any shape or form. Definitely not. Sorry, it's just not. That's the fact. Look it up. And I did a video about it the other day, too. In fact, this one here, Silver Rockets near. Watch this video, Sterling Cannabis, and you will see what I mean. Look up the definitions. By no definition, by anybody, I don't care if it's Peter Schiff or whatever, and they are wrong. It is not a pivot. Because a pivot incurs that you're going in the opposite direction, not slowing down. And they very well may be intending to pivot down the road and preparing us for a pivot, but a pivot it is not. That's the difference. Rail Gilgreth says the silver and gold is being drained. BRICS and banks expect big price changes. All right, yes indeed, they are being drained. The COMEX. I'm going to be very interested to see what the COMEX and the LBMA holdings are next month. That'll be very interesting data to see. If they continue to go down, sooner or later the markets are going to have to pay attention, and silver is going to have to rise because of that alone. And gold too, or not alone, but gold as well as in tandem. All right, James Nelson, thanks for the update. I agree, those crooks should do some hard time. They sure should, definitely. Oh yeah. Patrick, the Fed will pivot with inflation still so high. They will join the BOJ and the ECB back to pumping cheap money. Inflation will really fly. That's right. So they very well could. I think if things get bad, they will pivot. But we have not seen it yet. That's for sure. We've not seen it yet. But Patrick, you very well may be right. I think this is the indication that they're starting to break. The Fed is starting to crack at this. And really, when you think about it, even these 75 basis point hikes, they're nowhere near Volcker territory. Volcker was raising him 1% at a time, and for much longer, I think. It's crazy what was going on, and that was in the 70s and into the 80s. Crazy. All right, Leland Glover. It will go down again to 20, then it will go up to 21, then back down. 8 months to a year ago, it was 28, then dropped to 18, 19. But keep stacking, will pay off. That's right. Volatility is what he's talking about there, and we will see it be volatile. Although I do think we probably have lower lows or higher lows now. Here comes our first scammer of the night. Here we go. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
A very good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. Thank you for asking. So, sir, my name is James. I'm calling you from the Windows Technical Support Team affiliated with Microsoft regarding computer updates. So, may I know how is your computer working?
It's okay. It's a little slow from time to time, but it probably needs an update. Can you help me with that?
Yes, sure, sir. That's why we are calling you, sir, because 60% of your computer have stopped responding. And only 40% of your computer is still working. That's why your computer is running slow, sir. And if you do not update them soon, your computer will automatically shut down. So we are here to help you. But first of all, sir, you need to know which services have stopped, sir. So do you want me to show you the services, sir? And then after that, we can help you get those services updated.
Say that again. What?
Okay. So first of all, sir, you need to know which of those services have stopped responding, because we would like to know if you want to get those services updated or not, sir.
Which services have stopped working?
Okay. Those are the services that are pre-installed in your computer, sir, which need to be updated once every 45 days.
Okay.
Don't update your computer. So can you be in front of your computer so that I can show you those services?
Yes, I have to. I have to log into my computer. I've got to start it up. Hold on a second, okay? Hold on.
Sure. Take your time, sir.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna take my time. Hold on.
Okay, sure. So is this your personal or your work computer, sir?
What did you just say?
Is this your personal computer or your work computer?
This is my work computer. I'm at work right now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. It's still booting up. It's Windows 3.11 for work groups. Hold on a second here. Loading autoexec.bat. And hold on a second here. Config.sys. I've got to get the config.sys happening here with the old config.sys. Hold on. Okay. Here we go.
So are you at your home screen now?
Not yet. It's still just the wheel is spinning. You know, the little cursor.
Okay.
So yeah, just hold on a second here.
Sure, sir.
I've got a 386 processor here. It's an old 386 processor, so we've got to get that going here. So just bear with me.
Sure. I'll bear with you.
Yes, right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, all right, now I've got to log into my password. Hold on a second here. Okay, here we go. All right, do you want to enter my hard drive? Okay. Very good. Okay, all right, I'm logged in now. Now what do I do once I'm logged into the computer here?
Yeah. So I'm at your home screen now.
No, I'm at my desktop. I have my desktop handy.
Okay. Now at your keyboard, at the bottom of the keyboard.
At the bottom of the keyboard, I see a space bar at the bottom. Do you want me to press the space bar, sir?
No. At the bottom left, what key do you see?
The key do I see? I see at the bottom left of the keyboard, I see a caps lock key. I see a shift key. And I see a circle key.
So do you see a window key, a 4-flag window key, sir?
A 4 flag? I don't see any flags on my keyboard, sir. Sometimes when I play football and I hit somebody the wrong way, somebody throws a flag on the field, but no flags on my keyboard, sir.
So can you tell me the brand of your computer first, sir?
What's that?
The brand of your computer.
The brand of my computer. My computer is a Gateway 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment, sir.
Okay, I'm giving you a moment. Have I given you enough of a moment, sir? Can you help me, please, with my computer, please? Why do you want to know what kind of flags I have, by the way?
A window flag, a window key, sir, a window key at the keyboard.
At the keyboard, window keyboard. Okay, all right.
So do you see a window keyboard?
I don't see a window keyboard. My computer is just, it's here. It's Trying to think of what you're talking about, sir. What is it you need?
Okay. Okay, sure. So,
What button? Do you want me to press a button on the keyboard? Which one do you want me to press?
window key, sir.
Window key.
Like window key, yes.
Window key. Okay, all right. I think I see what you're talking about. It's a little thing. It's got some stuff on it, but I don't know if they're windows, but it's just some sort of logo or something on it. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll press it. I just pressed it. Now what do I do?
Just press that along with the letter R, sir, at the same time.
Press that and the R at the same time?
Yes.
Okay, I just press them at the same time, and I puts up this box. This says run box. It's like a run box.
Okay. Under the run box, do you see the open box, sir?
I see the open box, yes. I see that.
I need you to type msconfig. In short, that is called Microsoft configuration, sir. So I need you to type M as in Mike.
M as in Mike?
S as in Sam.
M as in Mike as in Sam? That's a lot to type out, I must confess.
Yes. Okay. That will show you the services, sir.
Okay, so, all right.
In Sally.
And Sally? Sally, that's what people call me. Some people call me Sally.
Sally. Okay, so C as in Sally.
C as in Sally? I thought Sally started with an S.
No, C as in Sally.
C as in Sally. Okay, I've never heard of any Sallys called Sally spelled with the C. If you want me to be honest with you. Do you want me to be honest with you, or do you want me to lie to you about that? Because I've never heard of anybody named Sally that started with a C.
I know, sir, I know. So, now O for Oscar.
O for Oscar, okay.
N for Nancy.
Nancy, like Nancy Pelosi, who's just been removed from the speakership of the House, that one?
Yes,
okay.
Sir. So F as in Frank.
F as in Frank, or Farfignugan as well. It could be for Farfignugan, possibly.
Yeah. So I as in Indiana.
I as in Indiana? Okay. Now you're talking my language. I like that. Indiana's a great state. The Hoosier state.
Now G as in Georgia.
G as in Johnson?
Yeah.
Johnson starts with a J, sir.
G as in Georgia.
Oh, Georgia, as in the nation of Georgia, which is a former Soviet republic. That's right. Former Soviet republic. Okay, very good.
Can you tell me what did you type there, Jackie?
I typed in C as in Sally, F as in Farfignugan, A as in, and then sorry, I didn't type sorry, and then I typed Georgia. I put Georgia in there too. Would you like my PIN number and my social security number, sir? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Just hold that line. Hold the line. Oh, dang it. Hello?
Hey, Jim. John over at Jet Capital Funding.
Hi, Jim. How you doing? I was just on the phone with tech support, and it got disconnected. I was trying to conference. I don't know what happened, but how can you help me with the flatulence here?
I'm sorry?
I said
you were looking for financing for the business.
That's correct. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Looking for financing.
Yep, I will go over everything with you. So, firstly, I just wanted to affirm, I went to send you an email with the list of docs before we spoke, but the email address is incorrect.
Autoexec.bat. Yeah, the address is incorrect. Likely not. My address is 100% legit, and it's one of those addresses, email addresses that's too legitimate to quitament. Have you ever heard that phrase?
Yeah. So, just to affirm, the one that I had was ty74 at gmail.com.
That's the one.
Interesting.
So let's talk about the business quickly, what we need the money for. See, the thing is I'm starting a new business here. I mean, it's going to be operating under the same business. It's an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation. And we were going to we want to provide bear spray that is interlaced with silver particles and ions. So in other words, if you get in front of a bear or a wolverine or any kind of wild animal, and you can use this spray to keep them at bay. That rhymes, doesn't it?
Okay.
Use this spray to keep them at bay. And so when we do this, they'll be repelled by this spray, which means they'll stay away from you. But the silver ions will provide a chemical balance, a chemical reaction in the brain, and it'll be an antimicrobial. It will prevent them from getting sick, a cold, COVID, or any of the other diseases, even bear wasting disease. It can stop bear wasting disease and all that, which is nice. So it'll be a good thing for the bear or the wolverine if they do attack, but it will prevent them from getting wolverine wasting disease. Can you say that with me? Wolverine wasting disease. So it's because silver is an antimicrobial. So it's doing them a favor. So some people might feel guilty for spraying bears with bear spray to prevent themselves from getting attacked. Like in that, you ever seen that movie Remnant with Leonardo DiCaprio?
When he got mauled by the bear, yeah, it's crazy.
Can you imagine if he had some of our bear spray? It wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
He would have been good. Then he could just use his cell phone to call the folks to come pick him up, and everything would have been hunky dory.
All right, lightsaber.
That's what she said.
Great business model. So here's the deal.
She also said that too. Go ahead.
What we would have to do, we don't fund startups, so
no. This is not a startup. Start me up. You know that's the old Windows from the Windows. The guy from the Windows tech support that was calling me a minute ago. I should have sang that to him. Start me up, because if he would have said the start button, I would have known what he meant. But this is not a start me up. My business has been in business for 14 years. This is just a new initiative within that business. It's a sublet. It's a subcorp of an LLC. All my lawyer guys, they got me all. My lawyer's name is Rocky, and he's a superstar. And let me tell you something. He's from the law firm of Superstar Sterling Cannabis, and they are really, really good at this stuff with setting up corporations and things like that on the fly. And so we're going to do this under the umbrella of my corporation. So I'm going to.
Okay, great. So we'll just consider it expansion for the use of capital.
Exactly, that's what she said.
Yep.
It's all about expansion. It's all about the expansion.
Yes, that is very true. Yeah. So when are you looking at obtaining the funding?
I'd like to get $120,000. I got to get the silver. We got to wait a couple of days for the price to go back down. We've had it go up. We've had it go up a bit here in the last 3 days, like over 7 cents. And this is going to be a strategic pivot if I do this. It's going to be a divot pivot, because sometimes when you smile, those little things, dimples that get in your cheeks. Those are dimples. Those are called divots too, and they're called the pivot divots. When I smile, it happens. I get these little things in my cheeks that when I smile, I call them the pivot divots. Like what the Fed could do if they go the opposite direction and start to cut rates instead of raise rates.
Right. Yeah, that would be a smart move.
And let me ask you this. This is not a rhetorical question. I need to know this. Do you feel me, bro? Now I want you to think about. I want you to think about that answer to that question, because it's a very serious one. So let me just ask it again and think about it. I want you to think long and hard about it before you answer. Do you feel me, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, hold that thought. We got another call coming in. Just a second here.
Hi, Charles.
Yes, hello. This is Charles, or Jim, whichever one you want to call me. How you doing? What's your name, sir?
Good. My name is Nick. I'm with MGM Capital.
Ooh.
I actually spoke to you a few days ago.
Yes, Nick. That's right. I'm glad you called, because I was at the parking lot at the shopping center, and somebody's shopping cart hit my car and put a big nick on the side of my car, and I thought of you. It's like, I hope Nick calls me back on Tuesday. I mean Friday. It's Friday. That's right. It's not Tuesday. It's Friday.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were thinking about me. But anyway, you answered a text from our marketing line. We asked if you need any working capital, and you asked for someone to call you.
That's right.
I'm calling you.
Well, I appreciate that. You followed through. This is wonderful. Yes, indeed. Just like the other gentleman. Is he still here, sir? Are you here? Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't exactly understand why you have me and another funder.
Yeah, hold on a second. We're going to get yet another funder on the line. Hold on.
You got a funder on the line right now, buddy?
We got 3 of them now. Hello, who is this?
Come on now. See, now, that's not the business I like to do.
Okay, I think we got 3 folks on the line now. Now, you all arm wrestle for my business. Who's going to give me the best deal?
That's not how I like to do business, my brother.
But this is how we're doing it.
You specifically asked me to do something, right?
I didn't ask you to do anything. We're not axing people. We're being kind and asking questions. We're not axing. I don't want to chop anybody down here.
You asked me to call you at 6 o'clock. Right?
That's right. But it's now.
You hate when people don't do it. People don't do it. I was a man of my word.
And I appreciate that. I'm so glad
that. You got 2 and 3 people on the line.
Well, it just happened they call at the same time. That's how we roll, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm flush with cash. I don't have to play these games.
Okay.
If you want the cash, I'll give it to you. If not,
my toilet will be flushed with crap.
Sometimes I just funded a guy $500,000 earlier today.
Yeah, but was it $500,000 though? Let me ask you this: was it about 500,000 or $500,000? Which one? That wasn't a rhetorical question.
I'll let you figure it out. I'll let you figure it out. Because I want to play games.
I gotta no. We're not here to play games.
I'm a businessman.
What about these other 2?
And you a joker?
Are these
other? You're a joker? I'm talking, brother. I don't even want your business.
No,
have a great day.
You do want my business, sir. You demand it. Ah, all right. He's going to ask me a question. All right, anyways. All right. Are you still with me, partner? We got 1 left. Who's the holdout? Hello? Ah, they're all gone. Son of a mother scout. Thankfully, we can call these sons of biscuits back. We're going to call the axe guy back. Come on, let's do it. Yes, indeed. Here we go. From Joyzy. Hello?
But seriously, I don't have time for the games, man.
But who said I was playing a game, partner?
I'm about making money.
Well, I am
about
too.
Making money. You can go on to the next. You said you got 2 guys on the line.
I don't anymore. They hung up because
deal with them.
No. I want to deal with you, brother, first, and then I'll deal with them. So we don't want to make you angry. We want this to be an amicable conversation. But
brother, I don't get angry.
But when you started talking about axing people, it really triggered me because that's a violent term. We don't want to axe anybody, sir. It's not about axing or chopping anybody up. That's something that serial killers do.
No, asking.
Okay, asking. Very good.
Get your pronunciation right. It's
yes.
ASKING.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, we got it. I do like to play my axe, my electric guitar. I have an ESP Horizon. It's a cool guitar. We call that an axe, but that's another story. You know what I'm saying?
I would really like to know what you're saying, but you know what I mean? It's a lot of games involved.
Can you take me off of speakerphone?
Do you need capital for your business?
I do need capital for my business. If you can take me off of the speakerphone.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Better, much better. So, I've been in business for 14 years, and I would like to get some fundage from the business for this new operation we're doing with silver. We're creating what's called the Silver Bear Wolverine Spray, and this is going to be an awesome thing. It's going to be a subsidiary of my current business, but it'll be under the umbrella of my overall LLC. So the other one's an S Corp, and so we need this to happen. Because what we have to do is we need to get this silver to put in this bear spray to prevent these bears from attacking people, but also to help them provide them with the medicinal benefits that silver provides. Now, there's another thing, too. I've heard about some of these. You said you funded $500,000, right?
$500,000.
I have a friend of mine. I have a friend of mine who needs $10 million to take over Lakewood Ranch in Florida. That's Al Capone's old place down there. He wants to buy it. Do you know of anybody who could help him with that?
Absolutely.
Cool.
We have a hedge fund. We also have a line of credit, but you have to build rapport with us so we can trust you.
Okay.
And then, the vault will open for you.
So it's about, you've got to trust me. I don't have to trust you, right? It's a matter of that. So trust is a one-way street, right?
Trust goes both ways.
Okay.
Two-way street.
Both ways. Two-way street. Okay, very good. I got that straight now. All right, very good. All right. So what do we do to get the process started on this?
We can definitely get it rolling today. All it would take is your last three business bank statement, and my short application.
My application nearly takes 15 seconds. A lot of people
Wow.
do it over the phone.
Sweet home
I could-
Pennsylvania. I like that. That sounds like a good process there. All right. Well, I tell you what, I need to get my girl to fax over the bank statements to you. But we will do that, and then we will reconvene. I can't get her tonight. You understand? So
Okay.
you have to do that on Monday morning or Tuesday. So let's do this. By Tuesday around this time, call me back. And by that time, I will have had the statements, and I'm going to have her fax them over to you, and then we can do the appy over the phone. And how does that sound?
That sounds great. That
All right,
sounds like you.
All right. Now we're talking. See, we've ended
Now
this.
we're talking business.
Now we've ended this conversation on a friendly terms. So let me ask you before we go, what's your favorite heavy metal band before we go?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. I like them. I like it. Yeah.
I'm a Jersey guy, so yeah, Guns N' Roses, baby.
All right. Very good. All right. Sounds good. All right, brother. All right. You take it, Squeezy. We'll talk to you
All right,
on
let
Tuesday.
me ask you a question.
Yes. Or ask. You mean ask. Not ask.
I'm sorry,
There you
maybe that's my Jersey accent.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, indeed.
What are you guys doing on a business bank account by monthly?
98K or 98,000.
98K.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you working with the guys such as myself?
Well, I got a couple feelers out there. Like I said, some people they're trying to schmooze me. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, but did you pencil anything in? Are you paying on something weekly or daily?
Do you know the last time I've used a pencil? I haven't used a pencil. I'm a really techie guy, so I really don't use pencils that often, if you want me to be honest with you.
So you're not paying on anything daily or weekly?
No, not at the moment. Other than
Okay,
my
awesome.
alimony. Yeah, other than, go ahead. Yeah.
This would be your first position. No liens or judgments?
First positions, that's what she said. We always like the first position. That's right.
That's what she said.
Yes. All right, we'll talk
All right.
Tuesday, all right? I got to get going.
Definitely.
I got to get cracking, as they say in the hood.
I'm going to send you my email. I'm going to call you Monday, and we're
Okay.
going to get this done, all right?
And we'll
buddy?
get it done for Tuesday, because it'll probably be, Monday's going to be kind of crazy for me. I got a lot of meetings and stuff. Let's do it Tuesday around this time, and we'll make it happen, okay?
All right.
All right.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Thanks, man. All right. Bye-bye.
You have a great one.
You too. Bye. Oh, boy. All right. We've had enough. I can't believe they called 3 of them in a row. All right. Let's get back to it. I can't believe the internet is holding up for us. The internet is working. Amazing. We lost our Windows tech support guy. Oh, well. C'est la vie. Okay. Now we got David Adams. Wow. Big move. Went up $1. Only suckers buy silver and scrap. You want to lose money, then buy silver and sit on it for years just to break even. Well, David, I tell that to somebody who bought silver at $15 or $18, not or $17 not too long ago. We're $23 today. I think we're doing all right. It just depends on when and how you buy. We're good. Count Durpala's here. Good to see you guys. I'm in demand. Apparently so, Rocky. Good to see you. Best pivot divot ever. All right. Thank you, Hayden. All right. Pissapack and Pilot, agreed, this is definitely not the pivot yet. And that's just it. Yet is the key word here. They may be hinting on a pivot coming. And very well could. Yes, indeed. We shall see. Mike Benouch says, dude, anyone ever told you that you sound like Wolfman Jack, a metal version? Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I've actually heard that a lot. I need to go back and listen to some Wolfman Jack to see. All right. Because I've really not heard a whole lot of his voice. I know it's graggly like mine, but I digress. Luke F., good stuff as usual. I don't think it will last either. We could both be wrong, though, and silver will hit $24 and gold $18.75 next week. We can never tell with the way they manipulate those paper prices. Yeah, Luke, I tell you what, both those prices are not out of the realm of possibility, that's for sure. I'm amazed at how fast it's gone up in the last 3 days. That's for sure. And definitely soared. I think anything above 2% is noteworthy for silver. All right. Wolfman was even deeper, yeah. I'm not as deep a guy. Good to see Constitutional Stacker. Good to see all of you guys. We got a good crowd here tonight. If you could press that thumbs up button, we're trying to get to 150 tonight. All right. As we march on through, we've got Mike's Big Epiphany. Sal, if they don't print more cash soon, you're going to see people's eating one another. Yes. Crazy. I don't know what's happening, but we'll find out. Will they start eating each other? That's indeed. Find out. Joseph Mario Morik says, so what if there are maniacal maniac monetization of debt versus 10-year bonds buying? You may play around with words and definitions as much as you want, but it doesn't change the reality whatsoever. The whole fiat Ponzi scheme begun to implode. Artificial Wall Street rallies mean nothing. Yeah, well, the thing is that that's besides the whole point. Completely besides the whole point. James says, James, again, it's not about what the rate is actually going to. That doesn't matter because the Fed cannot fight inflation, and the market is beginning to see that everything has to do with the rate at which they are raising rates. The fact is that they're slowing the rate raises means everything to the market. Psychology does not care about the fundamentals. Yeah, that's right. It's all psychology to the reaction of it. Good to see Eagle Steve is here. Good to see you, Eagle Steve. Welcome. El Nino Davida. Welcome, El Nino. And we've got 1964 quarter on this video. It says, I believe the overall gameplay is roughly a year, maybe a year and a half. The economy will begin to noticeably improve just in time for election. What bothers me is that it is insured for us until then. The purpose of raising rates is to force non-performing businesses to shut down. Lots of people will be unemployed, forcing prices down. The Fed raises rates is only to prop up the value of the dollar internationally. I'm not opposed to that, but it's going to hurt domestically. True that. Very good point. You're right. And I don't think that them raising rates is necessarily going to stop inflation in and of itself. They may slow it to some degree or slow the velocity of money, but it's really going to be the cut spending by the federal government, and they need to not be proposing all these new spending measures, which they keep doing. All this stuff, all this money that's going to Ukraine, it's insane. All this domestic spending and foreign spending, it's nuts. All right, very good. We've got Gunmetal Blue says, with inflation this high and interest rates this low, only enables irresponsible spending and debt at the same time penalizes savers. How disrespectful this is. If the Fed once was to pivot, regardless of their excuses, this would only drive up inflation and make the problems we have now even worse. As Dr. Ron Paul said, and the Fed's perpetuation of the Fed's criminal organization should have never started. Gold is the money of kings. Yep, that famous quote, silver is the money of gentlemen, barter is the money of peasants, debt is the money of slaves. That's right. Exactly right. Good to see. Thank you. Good job, CCT, for getting the spammer. Banks here are pushing hard for cashless. HSBC announced another 130 branch closures yesterday. Whoa, wow. That's crazy, CCT. Man, so they're pushing for that cashless. When banks close, you know that's where the problem, because then they really have you by the balls. Yes, indeed. Van Diemen's Land Stacker says here, "G'day, mate. I wish gold and silver would hit all-time lows so I could stack harder. I think you're right, and it will correct a bit. I think premiums will stay high for both metals. From what I can gather from YouTube, here in Australia, we have much higher gold and silver premiums in the U.S. Also, nearly all online bullion dealers buy back at below spot. A lot below spot. Now, that is crazy. Now, that's on the Australian market. There is one place called Bullion Now that's on YouTube. I'm very curious to see what they buy back, but that's unfortunate. Because here in the United States, they're paying above spot now. Considerably above spot, especially for Eagles. Hot-headed Joel. Raising rates is a bank bailout. They are creating more money than ever before. Raising rates kills demand. They create too much money. Then they raise rates on that same money. They are thieves, and we all know it. That's exactly right. Good point. The Fed creates the problem, and then they try to provide a solution for it, which just creates a different problem. Silver Beach Bum, those guys never give up. They're so rich, they're getting fined. I think it will never stop. I'm going on right now. Silver should be a lot higher. Yes, indeed. This is on the video about the JP Morgan manipulation. Good to see you guys. Yes, by the way, is Liquid Electrum still here? Coin Banknotes TV. Very nice, very collectible, my friend. Thank you so much. This is the stuff that I posted this morning. Those 3 gold pieces. People like that. Brandon says, if needed, there's 12 million in stolen gold. I'll bet it would be stored in the vault in the Rome at the Vatican. Yes, indeed. My goodness gracious. Try Again is here. Good to see you. Astral Club says, robbers had military training. Definitely agents of the DPRK. Kim Jong-un needs his money. Yes, indeed. Very well could be. Kerry, he's got to pay for all those missiles he's been shooting into the ocean somehow. Yes, that's right. True that. And 213th AIB, involved or not, the guards are dead men. Yes. Indeed. Indeed, you are right. You're a dead man. Good crowd here tonight. Appreciate you guys watching. If you could press that thumbs up. All right, Liquid Electrum. He was the first and only super chatter. So we're going to do 5 super, razor kicks for Liquid Electrum. Because what I do, I've neglected to do that earlier. So I'm going to do those now for Liquid Electrum. For those of you who don't know, every dollar donated via PayPal or via Super Chat is a push-up or a razor kick or a curl. Every dollar donated via PayPal, friends and family is 2. Yes, indeed. So here we go. Let's do 5 of those. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We got it. We got it. All right. Hit that love button hard. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Having a little bit of fun. Oh, yeah. And I did grab my butt. Just as a little FYI there, because you have to do that in order for the exercise to work so you can really feel it in your gut. DR says, FTX Part 2, want to bet the money was never found. I'm sure China has nothing to do with it. Yes, indeed. That's right. Exactly. Pickle Rick. Look at that, Pickle Rick. Thank you, brother. Let's do 10 push-ups for Pickle Rick. Thank you, sir. You were the man. Look at that. Oh, I love that. That's cool, man. All right, let's do it. 10 push-ups for Pickle Rick. Thank you, brother. All right. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for Pickle Rick. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. All right. Unlocked is here. You missed the scammer call earlier. Unlocked. You definitely want to check that one out. It'd be cool. Real says Rocky. Thank you, Rocky. Appreciate that. Good to see Skate Army is with us. Liquid Electrum says beautiful untraceable gold. Someone is laughing all the way to the bank. True that. They sure are. They're laughing all the way there. Hold on a second here. Most of these heists end with the perp disappearing like a fart in the wind. That's right. Exactly. Or it's an inside job. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right, very good. All right, thank you so much, Pickle Rick. Have a good night, brother. Appreciate you so much. All right, very good. All right, let's march ahead here to the next episode. Next comment, see what people are saying here in the peanut gallery. You've got David Miles, inside job. For it to go smoothly, they would have to have someone on the inside that knows the routine. Maybe the driver or the one in the back. Exactly. All right. Let's see here. Okay, Craig. Let's stop with the repetitive comments there. We get it. We get it. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, Lars, it occurs to me that North Korea is just a vessel state of the CCP. Yep, I think you're right. Excuse me. This is a strong feeling of laundering by Beijing to accumulate more gold outside of the official channels. Yes, very well could be. Very well could be. Escape the hospital. All right, there. Yes, welcome. Glad you're out. James, hope you're healing up okay. Okay, very good. And let's see here. Mike's Big Epiphany. Sal, this is what you call fake news. North Korea, first of all, is a figment of the CIA's imagination. It simply doesn't exist. All right, well, okay. That's interesting perspective. I've never heard of anybody saying that North Korea is an actual nation, a whole nation doesn't exist. 3 dudes carried off with $12 million in gold. Yeah, sure they did. If you repeat lies, it makes you an accomplice to liars. Well, Mike's big epiphany. You know, the fact that you don't believe that a whole entire nation state exists. I think I'm going to believe this story more than I believe you. Sorry. All right, very good. Let's see here. And Zephiel says, how do you know that gold is worthless in North Korea? I'm sure the government likes it, and the black market for it is probably hot among elites criminals that want to keep wealth off the North Korean government radar. Criminals might even have had the blessing protections of North Korea. Well, that's just it. In the legal market in North Korea, and that just goes to show you how crazy North Korea is. It's there's no market for it. It's worthless. But in the black market, that's a different matter. And I'm talking about within their system, it's worthless. But we know, obviously, it's not. Okay. Apparently, this Craig McDonald guy is just a troll, apparently. But let's see here. We will wait and see what he does. Okay. Yeah, this Craig McDonald. We might have to put him on a little bit of a timeout. But let me do it, CCT. Let me do it. You're not seeing his comments because they're going up to help a review. No one else is seeing his comments, but we'll just see if we can toy with Craig McDonald. Let's toy with Craig McDonald a little bit here. I think it'd be fun to just tease him a bit here. Steve Woods, hello, been a minute. Yes, been a while, Steve Woods. Good to see you. A couple more beers, and I will probably buy the 2-ounce Sullivan Metal Round. I've drunk by the 2-ounce Sullivan Metal Round. I demand that Craig McDonald buy a Sullivan Metal Round too. But there you go. Thank you. All right. Yes, indeed. We have the technology to take him out, the Craig McDonald. We'll see. We might have to do it, but let's just hold off a bit. Let me do it this time. Let me just do a quick little quick timeout on my own for old Craig McDonald for 300 seconds. 300 seconds. Let him think about his crimes. To let him think about his crimes a little bit here. But yes, thank you, Steve Woods. Appreciate it, brother. He's thinking about it, but he's got to get a couple more beers in him before he buys it. That's what it is going to take to get the Salivate Metal Round for him. Sing a song for Craig. Yes, indeed, we could. All right. Treasure Charger says, I'm sure that DPKR could easily trade the gold to China, Russia, or Iran. The DPKR is getting help from someone. Gold is gold, and there is always a market for it. That's exactly right. It's just not a market for within the country for people. Yes, indeed. And Sterling Cannabis. So that gold you heisted is worthless. Just send it to me. There you go. I'll make some art from it. Yes, indeed. That's right. You sure will. And he makes great art. Sterling Cannabis does. That's right. Very good. Theta Phoenix. That'll be tough to smuggle out of North Korea. People can't get out of there. That's right. It's going to be very interesting to see how they do it. Very interesting indeed. Jeffrey Bowen says, good sign. Maybe gold is more valuable than we know. And maybe, just maybe, somebody knows gold is about to go to the moon. All right, to the moon. Well, it came within 80 miles of it, apparently, recently with the Orion spacecraft. But I digress. John Bethia, $12 million and only 2 guards. That is stupid. Sell anything in any country can be moved if you know the right people. That's exactly right. And to make it happen there, it's got to be really, they got to really get their ducks in a row to make that happen. All right, here, hold on. There we go. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, we've got Raid Cheetah says, Mr. Chin will be very disappointed that the gold paid to him by Emperor Smith was stolen by bandits. That's indeed. I haven't got, there must be something from a movie. I didn't get the reference. We've got Kenneth Flores, who transports $12 million worth of gold so lightly protected. Sounds like poppycock. It's a very well could be. Definitely not very well. If it's just 2 guards, that's right. All right. Albert Bishichi says, PMs are manipulated, and if you believe anything different, don't belong hyping it up. Don't know where this comment came from, but I digress. Albert, I would take stolen gold where it was worthless. That way, no one where look there. I think he meant no one would know where to look. But anyways, I digress. Low blood pressure. Is that the 500-gram bar you recently purchased? I think he meant 50-gram bar. I'd love to have a 500-gram bar of gold. That would be cool. But that is the 50-gram bar. Good. Brown Dog Prospecting must go. Thank you so much, Brown Dog, for being here, brother. Appreciate it. You are the man. Hope you have a wonderful evening, Brown Dog Prospecting. Appreciate you, sir. All right. All right. Man XX is here. Good to see you. Maybe an insurance job. Could be. All right. Platinum spiking video. Or the platinum could explode in 2023 video. I still think that could happen. He's here sitting. Think of the BRICS nations who want to produce a world reserve currency and replace the US dollar. 2 of the BRICS nations are the biggest producers of platinum, Russia and South Africa. I wonder what impact this may have on platinum prices as a rivalry between the BRICS nations and US dollar is supporting countries grow. Then I think of China and how they are making big moves into Africa, which I think will elbow France in the picture of their printing of paper money in economies of several African countries. I don't see BRICS countries nor many other Central and South American as well as African countries embracing the green focus that Western economies seem hell-bent on putting into. You're exactly right. I think it would pretty well have effect. If they do organize and do their own gold standard, what have you, it could have a great impact on prices. All right, Silver Wolverine. That's right. Oh, by the way, yes. You guys, you want to stay tuned. I won't be there to watch it. I've got another appointment, but you're going to want to check out Silver Wolverine's channel tonight. He's going to be on with Nick's Coins. So make sure you check out Silver Wolverine tonight after this stream. I think it's at 8 o'clock, right, Silver Wolverine? Is that right? 8 o'clock Eastern time. So make sure you check out Silver Wolverine's channel. I believe it's at 8. If he can confirm, let me know. But you want to check that out. He's going to be going live with Nick's Coins tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern or Central, one of the two. Thank you for your comment, JG. All right, this Afritech Morg says, if gold was worthless, why would they want to confiscate it? Well, worthless in the, quote, market in North Korea. There you go. Let's see here. 8 p.m. Eastern time. There you go. So check it out with Silver Wolverine. A truth filler for YouTube. The real reason the climbing prices for gold and silver has a lot less to do with the Fed and more to do with the BRICS nations accelerating their push to dump the dollar in exchange for real money. Gold and silver. Almost 180 million ounces of silver this month alone and almost 400 tons of gold. They're getting ready for their own digital currency that is backed by precious metals. Probably moving away from the SWIFT system within 6 months. And a worthy note, this is not just a couple of the BRICS nations, it's every single one. Yeah, well, we'll see if it actually happens. I've actually talked about it in a previous video. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Just posted a link to Silver Wolverine's channel for those of you who are interested in checking that out. Subscribe to his channel too, by the way. Yes, indeed. And Cybercurtain Twitcher says, I'm sure they'll find some way of smuggling at least a portion of it across the border. Yes, indeed. I think so, too. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yes, indeed. That's right, CCT. Thank you, brother. By the way, Cybercurtain Twitcher did a great video the other day on selling gold and silver. I encourage you guys to check that out. Steve C. says, they are gone. Sounds like a well-planned job. How did this story get out of North Korea? Yes, indeed. I guess that Radio Free, that website, is where they got it from. It's very interesting to see. All right. Nothing is worthless in North Korea as long as Kim can benefit from it. Gold, silver, euros, guns, and that's right, exactly, Silver King. That's exactly right. and will, and what I meant earlier was that the market is the legal market for gold is worthless there. So in other words, you can't trade it, I guess, and whatever is what I'm assuming there. But anyways, all right. John S. says, listening to you attempt to say the names of those places in Korea is probably the highlight of my day. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that, John S. Had to have a little fun there. Had to have a little bit of fun. The Grant Level says, this sounds state-sponsored. We're the minimum highly trained individuals who are taking it to China for their central bank currency. I believe North Korea will be using that currency. Yes, indeed. Yes, it very well could be. A lot of possibilities here for sure. Except for the guy who said that North Korea didn't exist. 49 fine. In other news, Kim Jong-un seen in a new Bugatti. That's right, exactly. A new Bugatti. It's very, very, very good. That's right. All right. Rocky Superstar. Good morning, Sal. This is crazy story. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Erotic Onion 23. Interesting name. Before I watch the rest of the video, I'll guess in your pockets when swimming, like with ammo. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yes, indeed. Swimming with ammo in the pockets. Ken D. The capital of neither Korea is pronounced Pyeongtaang either. That's right, exactly. Not pronounced Pyeongtaang. Poontang. That's really just a Ted Nugent song. And Rocky says here, 200 kilos is 440.92 pounds, or 7,054 ounces. That's a lot of money. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Rocky. There you go. Thank you so much. Tucson Bubba with a super chat. Thank you, brother. $5 for Sal Slurp Fund. Let's slurp for him. Very close because it's about to run out. Here we go. Let's do a slurp. We keep the slurptastic for Tucson Bubba. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Fun times. Voodoo Scratch says, 55th. Can't wait for your next gold unboxing. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Voodoo. Appreciate it. Actually, today's video, I showed a piece that I got recently from a local coin shop. If you guys get a chance, check that out. Michael Ramsey says, way to go, China. They only use fake gold. Yes, indeed. Fake gold. All right. We've got Gold Chick says, JP is a shareholder of the Federal Reserve. Finding a JP goes towards paying the 7% interest the Fed allows the government-owned central banks to print. That's fine. JP's paying itself. The fall guy, if she does time, it will be set for generations. Is this not obvious or simply just a denial of the obvious, or am I just wrong? And if so, why? Yes, I don't know. And I don't know exactly, the JP Morgan, obviously they are tied in with the Federal Reserve and the other banks, but I'm not sure exactly if they're going there, if they're going to the general revenue of the Treasury, where this fund's going. I don't know. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Time Lapse. Appreciate it. Yes, I do love silver. Appreciate that. And, but I don't think it's going to be triple digits. I think that's one of the reasons why I like to be realistic about silver's price and why you don't see me hype it, to triple digits or anything like that, because I do love silver and have passion for it, and I believe in it for what it is, and its true value can be measured by wealth preservation over the long course of time. Thank you so much. All right, very good. All right. Let's see here. Paul Man, don't care much for the story. It's just one thief stealing from another. Actually, I think it was two guys that took him over, but I digress. But anyways. All right. Let's see here. Over here. Yeah, and actually, I can't stay too long tonight. So probably won't have time to do a poll question. But let's go. We got 4 more till we get 100 thumbs up, by the way. John Gordon. This is it, Mr. Saliva over silver. It's going to skyrocket to Proxima Centauri and visits the gray aliens. 87 by February. Wow, John. That's quite a bold prediction. I don't think we'll see that, but hey, It's fun to fantasize, you know, where it could go. I think if it was to get that high in that short amount of time, it would be tough. It would be a really tough situation for us all. Very good. All right. Let's see here. We've got Scott S. says, thanks, great video and very interesting. Thank you so much. The 5 rarest American Silver Eagles video, an underrated video if you guys get a chance to check that out. Yes, indeed. 2 is 1 is here. There you go. 2 is 1. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Glad you are here. PJM says, sounds like a heaping, steaming load of nonsense to me. Yes. Well, it may be, may not be. I don't know. But it's a fascinating story. I guess we can't believe everything we read on the interwebs, but you never know. Eugene says the American dictatorship is destroying our country as well. Well, yeah, it's kind of, in some ways, it's kind of tough to argue with that for a myriad of different reasons. There's a lot to unpack there, but I'll leave it at that. But anyways, Secret Stacker says maybe they will use it to pay Biden his cut. There you go. He'll just get 10%. Look at this, folks. Silver King has just gifted 10 Salivate Metal channel memberships. Tony got one. B.R. Williams got one. Pickle Rick got one. Cladale, you're the retard Savage Stacker is here. Yankee Pride got one too, as well as Savage and Paul. Look at that. Right out there, this thing is working like a charm. For a while it wasn't working. So Silver King strikes again. Way to go, Silver King. Let's do 10 push-ups in his honor for those gifts. All right, very good. Let's do it. Thank you, Silver King. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we got it. We made it. We made it happen. That's exactly right. Thank you so much. Very, very cool of Silver King to do that. Yes, indeed. All right. No IQ says, very informative and interesting video, Sal. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. Pete O, they'll move them and melt them. Yes, indeed. Were they recognizable in the first place? But maybe not. Yes, indeed. Not sure. Let's see here. Okay, Stefan says, silver is in el fuego, muy caliente. It's hot. It is hot right now. What silver did today was remarkable. Let me just show you this, guys, as we're commenting on this video. Before we do that, Rod says, my 401k should rise 30% in 30 days. What's wrong with the fund managers anyway? Good question. I don't know. Good to see you, Savage. Hope you're doing well. Savage Stacker, another great channel you should check out. Silver Honda says, I bought 2 Franklin halves and a 1993 Mexican Libertad added to the stack. Way to go, Silver Honda. Excellent purchases, sir. Yes, indeed. Way to go. Rocky says, hey, Sal, may the silver be with me. Yes, indeed, Rocky. Oh, yeah, and you guys should subscribe to Rocky's channel, too. He's looking to get to 500 subs. Check him out. Silver Scorpion says, quite interesting. Thank you, Silver Scorpion. And by the way, if you haven't, most of you probably already subscribed, but if you're not subscribed to 2 is 1, you should really give him a listen. He's really informative, really knowledgeable, knows his stuff, and has shows some really cool gold pieces on his channel, and silver too. And so make sure you check out his insights. A wealth of knowledge, very articulate, and a great guy. Yes, indeed. So check out 2 is 1 if you've not already subscribed to him. He's going to surpass me very soon in subscribers. He's growing real fast and well-deserved. Great channel. Donovan Robbins, thank you, my friend. $2 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that very, very much. Silver Honda says, 29 days in counting, Key West is having a New Year's Eve conch shell drop at Sloppy Joe's. Ooh, I wish I could go. That sounds like fun. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Silver Honda. Truman, $23 blown away, by the way. Yes, indeed, it sure is. Crazy. Let's take a look at these prices. Terry, 79, says, hey, hello, 79. She's not 79 years old. We know what it means. 79. Thank you. Right there's a link to Rocky's channel. Check him out. And by the way, if you've not seen my interview with 2 is 1, you should check that out as well too. We had a good discussion. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Gas Grill says silver's back in the game. Loving your work. Thank you, Gas Grill. Yes, indeed. So let's see what silver is doing. How it ended tonight. It came down a little bit from when I posted my video, but it's $23.20 up. The only metal that was up today. The gold to silver ratio narrowed now to 77.84. Folks, that is getting near what I refer to as a new normal territory, what I think it should be. I think we're not going to see 40 to 1 or 50 to 1 silver to gold ratio anymore. I think probably the new normal is somewhere between 62 and 72. I think that's what they are going to do. All right. Oh, Donovan Robbins, thank you so much, my friend. $10. This is what I was trying to do. Coffee funds. Thank you. I slurp in your honor, sir. Thank you, Donovan. Very kind of you, my friend. Yes, El Nino. Yankee is awesome. We love Yankee stacking too. He's growing like wildfire. Yes, indeed he is. You guys are great. All right. All right. And, all right. Nan X says 79 loves Sal. All right. Can we get confirmation from that from 79? Does 79 really love me? I am looking for some affirmation from 79 at this point in time in this live stream. Is there any possibility that I could get that affirmation? If not, then I will probably sulk in the corner somewhere. But until such a time as this, I'm going to continue to press on here. Look at this. It's remarkable. Now, my guess is that when we do our market watch on Sunday night, we're going to see silver come down a bit. But that's just a guess on my part. Considering what we saw today, I think we'll see these metals come down a little bit more. All right, very good. And let's see here. She does. It's true. All right, it is true. Thank you. All right, let's pin that. I need to find out. I needed this affirmation. So thank you so much, 79. All right, she loves me. That means I can't say she loves me not, because we've got confirmation. It is here. It has been confirmed. And it's not a pivot either, because she's always loved me. That's right. Now, if she stops loving me and she starts to hate me, that would be a pivot. And that would be an unfortunate pivot. We hope we don't disappoint Terry. We've disappointed Terry on this channel a time or two, or 7 or 14, but she loves me anyway, and I appreciate that. I've disappointed her many times, but I appreciate that she still comes here. All right, very good. Let's get. All right, folks, we've actually come to the end of the rope tonight, but we don't have time. We don't have time to do our video game, but stay tuned. We will be back again. We will have fun. And yes, indeed. And I appreciate all of you guys being here tonight and for hanging with me. And I want to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. And we will be back on Sunday night. Please join me Sunday night, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for our Market Watch. And I appreciate y'all so much. A multitude of gratitude. Take care, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.